Here's the deal. Canada just launched a plan to build close to 4 million new homes. It's big, it's happening, and it's going to drive down the cost of housing for you. And we're changing the rules of the game so that you can get into your new home sooner. Starting this August, when you take out a mortgage to buy one of those newly built homes, you're going to have the option of repaying it over 30 years rather than just a regular 25. What that'll do is bring down your monthly payments.
What is the biggest thing you regret in life?
I regret in life? I regret coming to Canada because if I had stayed in the Caribbean, I would have been way better. I came to Canada, I worked, I don't know, maybe 20 years. I had to go back to my country. 7 years, living here for 20 years, 7 years of my country give me enough money to buy 2 properties in Canada cash. 7 years, and 20 years you're just paying rent and nothing. It tells me Canada is just a trap. I own property and it's hard for me. So imagine people who are from different countries for the first year and you're wasting your time, you're going to stress out, you're going to go crazy and you're going to die in less than 10 years when in your country, which would have been harder, you live for another 40, 50 years. No matter how bad it is in your country, it's only going to get worse here. I'm telling you the truth. I travel the world, I live a good life, all kind of stuff. Idea of Canada is to get out of Canada, not get in. And I've realized that between America and Canada, the people who are living back in their country are living better than us who are living over here.
It's simple to me. Canada needs more people. Canadians understand the need to continue to grow our population if we're going to meet the needs of the labor force. You know, immigration in Canada is not just something that we do, it's who we are. It's who we've always been. This year's Immigration Levels Plan will help address some of these challenges that I've outlined by setting a new target from 431,000 this year to 465,000 next year, 485,000 in 2024, and 500,000 in the year 2025.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
Ladies with gentle hands.
That's my neighbor's house. And they're really going to be celebrating Canada Day this weekend. But I could be alone in this, I'm not sure. But I'm finding it very difficult to celebrate Canada Day this year. And here's the reason why. Trudeau and his government have implemented policies that are turning our country. Now, what do I mean? I am not anti-immigration. Okay, so let's just get that straight right there. I believe Canada's multicultural society, our mosaic, is an important thing. It adds to our economy. It adds to our culture. It adds to our food. And you know I like that. However, when their policies mean that one culture, and I feel like I'm living an episode of Star Trek here, where the Borg is coming to invade and assimilate. When one culture is favored in the immigration process over all others, to the point where the Canadian culture is disappearing, then I think we have a problem. Trudeau has got to go. So you saw my one neighbor. Clearly the other one is expressing sentiments that are completely opposite. What's your thoughts on this?
Hi everyone, this is Rupinder Pal Singh from Charlottetown, just putting some light on story of an immigrant. Me personally, I would like to share my story as an immigrant myself. Life as an immigrant isn't easy, life is tough. I'm at that situation of my life, I feel like my life is like a tangerine in hands of a government who are squeezing and squeezing and squeezing it so hard that even they can see their messy arms, which is awareness towards Canadians that there are many unfair challenges also faced by an immigrant. Immigrants are most vulnerable part of Canadian society because what I feel that for once in their life, everybody was an immigrant in Canada. Everybody who thought they can move here and choose a better life for themselves, for their family. This is what we thought when we moved to Canada legally with proper status, and even what we were doing throughout our career, me personally and all our fellow immigrants who are living there, working hard and earning their livings every day and minding their own matter as always. So all we wanted was just to work hard and get our life together. This is just some explanation of what is my condition at the moment, which I didn't make for myself. I followed the pattern which was made all along. I followed all the required criteria which was asked by our provincial government in order to apply for the nominations. Still, what I had to face that in Canada as of now, what I feel is things can only be done in pity. You cannot work hard and make your ends. You cannot stand for yourself. You cannot raise your voice because people around you, people by you will try to demolish your voice. So my request is, it's a simple request, is a request to every human being in Canada, because most population is an immigrant himself, that don't hate, please work together against positive challenges in order to get the right thing done, because every immigrants matter, because they work hard in order to make their meat ends. So we should be appreciating who is doing enough hard work for themselves, not be fighting, because life is too short to fight to anybody. So please do only things which are required to be done in a proper way. Please don't scapegoat immigrants for any of the wrongdoings by any of human beings on this planet, because everybody have one life to do anything. So please don't scapegoat anybody for any of the causes, because nothing can be done overnight. If there are crises, definitely those are some positive challenges which needed to be taken care in consideration. So definitely things are needed to be worked on. So a humble request from our side is to please don't target the immigrants, as we are one of the most vulnerable part of this society. Thank you.
Quick question. This could be a controversial take, but I'm genuinely curious what your opinion is on this. When you come to Canada from a foreign country and you're considered an immigrant, when do you stop being considered an immigrant? Like, is there like a year limit? Yeah, I came here when I was 8, and honestly, I feel super Canadian. But in the back of my mind, I'm always like, well, you know, I immigrated here, like, hence the immigrant tag, you know? And yeah, I don't know, like, what defines you stopping being an immigrant and being called a local? Like, because we're all settlers, but I'm just curious.
Canada plans to welcome 1.5 million new immigrants by 2025 to help bridge the gap in the economy left by the retiring baby boomers. And controversially, Quebec, which is the only province allowed to set its own immigration limit, says it will only take in 50,000 new immigrants a year. And nearly 75% of Canadians believe that the hard work and talents of immigrants contribute to making Canada a better place.
Oh my God. I get it.
Canada is expensive, that's true. You have to pay a lot of taxes, and that is true as well. Canada is the second largest country in the world with only 38 million people. The economy of Canada is highly dependent on immigrants. So it's really normal to control this beautiful country. People need to work hard and need to pay high taxes. It all depends on where you're coming from. A lot of people escape war, anxiety and stress, civil war or poverty, and some of them are just escaping the low quality of life. Canada in return offers you opportunity to work, make a lot of money, pay a lot of taxes, and live a high quality and a good life. So it all depends, how do you compare your current status to your future status. Elon Musk came to Canada to study first. He then graduated and built a business and moved to States, and now he has this empire. So a lot of people use Canada as a stepping stone to access US market. Either they live in Canada or in the US, but Canada provides that opportunity to the world. If you're interested to come to Canada, there are so many programs that you can benefit from. Go to visaforum.ca and learn about these programs. My name is Amir Kajavi, regulated Canadian immigration consultant from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia.
There is no job in Canada. That is correct. You will struggle financially in Canada. That is correct as well. But the key is if you do not have a skill. Canada is only looking for skilled people. You need to have a high income skill in order to be successful and make a lot of money in Canada. I've already made videos about what kind of a skill set you will need and what kind of jobs available in Canada. So you either get those skills in your home country and work in those fields until you're expert and you can bring value to Canada, or you can come to Canada, study at a college and gain those skills to be able to enter job market. And I always tell my clients upfront, straightforward and honest, if you aren't able to secure a job while in Canada, you will struggle financially. If you need more information, go to visaform.ca and let's get in touch. My name is Amir Kajavi, regulated Canadian immigration consultant from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia.
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਫੀਸ ਰਿਫੰਡ ਕਰਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਤੋਂ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ GIC ਵੀ ਬੈਂਕ ਤੋਂ ਰਿਫੰਡ ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੋਸਟ ਗ੍ਰੈਜੂਏਸ਼ਨ ਵਰਕ ਪਰਮਿਟ ਨਵੇਂ ਆਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ 3 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਆਏ ਨੇ, ਉਹ 1 ਸਾਲ ਲਈ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਚ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ 1 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਆਪਣਾ ਗੇਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਚਲੋ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਉਂਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ, ਪਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਸੁਰਤ ਜੀ ਆ ਜੂਗੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗਾਲਾਂ ਕੱਢਦੇ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ। ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡੇਟ ਜੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ 'ਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਛਿੱਕ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇਹਦਾ ਕਸੂਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ। ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਸੁਰਤ ਜੀ ਆ ਜੂਗੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ।
Apparently, these are last year's immigration numbers in Canada. 27% India. That's a lot. This year, though, Ukraine's probably going to be up there. And next year, there's probably going to be less India because of the tension between India and Canada.